At 3 a.m., as he came outside his house, he was killed. Sounds like the start of a horror movie, right? But this ain't fiction, it's true story of the Germany's most disturbing unsolved case, the Hinterkaifeck murders. In 1922, Germany, a family of 6, along with a maid, used to live on a completely isolated farm in the middle of nowhere. Everything was normal until one day the head of the family, Andreas Gruber, noticed something strange. It was footprints in the snow, leading straight to his house. But here's the creepy part. There were no footprints leaving the house. And that was just the beginning. The following day, strange noises started coming, as if someone's sleeping outside. But when he looked outside, he saw nothing. And next day, a newspaper showed up in their home that no one has even bought. These strange occurrences became even more frequent, and the maid, having had enough, finally quit her job, saying the place was haunted. And honestly, she might have been right, because what happened next was straight out of a nightmare. On March 31st, a cold, quiet evening on the farm, Andreas heard some noises again. But this time, he rushed outside and saw a man. When Andreas asked him about his identity, he denied and asked him for a favor, to spend that cold night in his barn. Andreas took him to the barn, but as he reached in there, he was killed. It was just one brutal swing of a machete, and his skull cracked open, dead. He then walked back again to the house, and one by one, the family members were lured into the barn, and they were killed, mercilessly, violently, by the same machete. He then entered into the house and saw a maid standing right in front of him, and then suddenly, she's no more. Even the kids too. Everyone inside that house is dead. But here's the strange part. After killing everyone, the killer didn't escape, but instead, he stayed in the house for weeks, feeding the animals and eating the family's food, even sleeping in their beds. He was living among the dead, as if nothing had ever happened. But that was until the neighbors noticed something strange, a strong, unbearable smell. Initially they thought it might be some dead animal, but when they reached neighbors to complain about it, they found their bodies lying in their barn, dead. Scared, they called the cops immediately. And when the cops arrived, they found no signs of that killer. It was like he came in, murdered everyone, stayed in their house, and then vanished, living a normal life among the civilians. Till this date, nobody knows who that killer was. He might be that old uncle living next to your house.
I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows. They know me.